There's nothing to worry about. Hello, everybody who's watching us. I'm here today with Monique and Marcio, and we're about to tell you a lot of things about the life of Brazilians in Portugal and also how we see them today, how they see us, how we manage to maybe avoid the feeling of remorse, the feeling of hatred that, you know, they killed us in the past. They did, horrible things to us, not to us here today, but to the people that lived in here. And I say us because, they were the first Brazilians. They were here before everyone. And yeah, that's it. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I am graduated. I am not a student anymore. That's so great because I've been a student since the my first day in here, and today I won't be a student anymore. I will keep studying, but not in at university, not right now. Maybe in the future I can go back to do a master degree or maybe a post graduation or something like that. And I won't be, the sad part of it is that I won't be able to eat, to have my meal and my dinner and my lunch at the university because it's so cheaper. I can pay just 4 euros to eat, like to have a dinner, to have my lunch, and it's so good. But I won't be able, and I need to cook every day. So that's really sad. I I can't imagine myself cooking every day. I do cook and I need to, but not every day, not every time. And that's sad for me. But it's for the best. Now it's your turn, Matthew. Can you tell us something about you?
About me, about me is the same. Work a lot during the week. Today I have lunch. I have dinner with my family. When I arrive the work, take a shower and prepare my moment. They study here in my office where I study, finish my graduate, and study a little English with us.
Okay. Matthew, you work in a company that, you are in the sector of quality control, right?
Yeah, I'm work with quality control in the industry near with me. This industry is a chemical industry, produce the liquid. I forgot the arrefecimento in English. The liquid they use the radiator the car. It's a good factory. But this moment I'm working. Uh, I study hard here in talking every day because I try replace the work where I try working inside the petroleum platform here in my state. A lot of companies explore the petroleum platform. And I try one position there. My
Yeah,
CV my CV is totally adherent for two positions, and now I try one opportunity.
congratulations. And fun fact, I work in a company that not produces, but create a software for quality control. And it's not just quality control, but quality management.
Yeah,
SGQ, people call it. And we have a lot of things like document management and then process management, risks management, action management. And that's really good. It's called Docnix. And I love that place. And
yeah.
let's
This is a part my sector too about the document license. Uh, I forgot prefeitura. state, exército, and another, uh, I forgot articles, is necessário, the document, the license, e this is a parte, my sector, and my focus is the quality of the finally products.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations, Marcio, and I wish you the best. Now, Monique, it's your turn. You had a lot of time to think about a fun fact. Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
So my name is Monique. I'm from Aracaju. I'm living in São Paulo since 2021. I have 33 years old. What what more? What more? Let me see. I'm a journalist, working as a copywriter now. And maybe a fun fact about me is the last trip that I made. I I traveled to USA to study in business English and marketing, and I traveled only with a big backpack. So I said to everyone, "Oh, I am here, and I only brought. I'm only here with one, without luggage, only one backpack and something like this." And when the people saw my big backpack, everyone laughed, uh, made some fun about me. And now, every time that I find these colleagues, they always remember about my big backpack. It's really big.
Yeah, that's crazy, and I wouldn't do it myself. I mean, you are really brave, Monique, because travel. I mean,
I was
it's
broken.
good. Yeah, actually, yeah, that makes sense. So you had to take this risk. But thanks God you are alive and you're here and you are copywriting and you speak English and business English. So that's great. Let's finally start the conversation with the first question, question number one. Among foreigners living in Portugal, Brazilians are the ones who most often report cases of being victims of manifestations of racism and xenophobia. Why does it happen? Why does it happen, Marcio? Why do you think so?
About this question, I think a lot because here in Brazil, I think the Brazilian citizen is more receptive about the foreigners. In another country, I heard in the past about the US when the people the black people suffer about the racism there a lot and when you uh, living there about the work suffer a lot, but in Portugal the histories I heard about the Portugal the Brazilians work a lot about the racism and the xenophobia. I don't know about it. I think exist the cases is common, different place. Here in Talk, for example, have one student live two people. I participate the immersion live in Portugal, not complain about the problems. I think it's common when you live in another country. Uh, some people suffer racism and the xenophobia, but I think it is a little group, not a lot of people. A little group suffer about it, in my opinion.
Yeah, but in fact, there's a lot of people that report it. I mean, and we have a lot of immigrants in Portugal. and the ones who report the most is the Brazilian ones. We do
Because
know that,
because when you talk about the Brazilian for Portugal, a lot of people here Brazilian when moving for Portugal have the name cidadania portuguesa. It's common. I see a lot of people when moving there. I forgot retira. Take your. I forgot cidadania.
yeah, but the thing is, they don't treat us well. They have a lot of prejudice and they judge us. They judge our knowledge. They judge our profession, our capability to do things as they do. And even our language, we know it's Portuguese too, but it's different. There's a lot of differences. And even though they need people to work, and the Brazilian ones work very hard, and I mean they do a great job in there. And of course, they pay better than here in our country, so a lot of people take the risk, moving to this country. But I think they do have a racism related to language, to country of origin, like we are Brazilians. I do think there's a historical way to understand this because somehow they feel superior to us. They feel superior because they brought the civilianly for our country. They brought technology and they brought people and white people and knowledge and they did everything. But nowadays, I mean, we don't see it like that, just them. I mean, who's Portugal? I don't even know. I don't even hear anything about it, but we do have a lot of interactions and economic interactions. But what do you think, Monique? Why does it happen?
I agree with you guys. I think that people in Portugal thinks they are superior and they are the best. Oh, we are European, so we are the best. It's not like this, and I think maybe they are suffering about maybe thinking that we are taking their jobs, or maybe because the culture in because we have a lot of Brazilians there, and we bring the culture from Portugal. So it's so different. For example, I heard that in Portugal, they didn't have they don't have the, how can I say, the quarto de empregada, how we say here. So in Portugal, when people from Brazil travel to there to live there. The people only want to to find some place like that have some quarto de empregada, and there are so many things that are different from Brazil, and the people from Brazil wants to be the same there. So I think it maybe is it's a thing that we have to think about. But I agree, I totally agree that the people there, it's racist, that we suffer so much xenophobia. It's a thing. It's like that, the pronunciation.
Xenophobia, I guess.
Yeah, I think in Brazil we always think that live abroad it's better than stay in Brazil. For example, here we have SUS. It's it's okay, it's free, it functions, so you can count with SUS, and you can count with education, public education. It's totally different than other countries. So we have the síndrome do vira-lata.
Exactly. I feel that a lot. I hear a lot it. And let's go to question number two. In this colonization, did Portugal bring civilization, and technology to Brazil, or did they just bring destruction and an inappropriate model of society for our territory? Can you see any benefits that Brazil gained from Portuguese colonization, despite the negative aspects? I mean, I'm trying to think of a good thing. And we know that if it weren't Portugal, another country would do it because, I mean, like Spain did and the rest of the continent, like the England did. And I mean, I don't know who's the worst, honestly.
About this question, in my opinion, is start our country about the civilization after Portugal arrived there. Only the or, original citizen. This is a technology. This moment about the arms, the another things. It's arrive here in Brazil. I forgot. It's the best for the moment because the English, the France, the USA maybe is the better, but another country is the bad. For example, the countries of the Africa, the another continent. But this moment, the colonization here in Brazil is a start. After our uh, our population continues work a lot, it transform this country is a big country. It's possible transform this country is a big country, but our politician is a big problem a long time here in Brazil. Politician is a big problem here in Brazil, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I do think somebody would do it, so we didn't have a chance because it wasn't a fair fight. They had like arms and groups of people that knows how to fight, know how to kill people. I mean, we did as well, but not in the way that they do with machines and with things. But I don't think they bring technology. I think it was a far consequence because at first they wanted to explore us. They wanted to keep everything, every resource, every person, every single, so that they could to them. But then with the years and years, and then some people moved from to here to live in here, and then we had wars, we had a lot of things, and Europe immigrants. It was a project, but I think they never wanted to transform our country in a great country in terms of economic, and then in terms of technology, in terms of industry. They didn't want us to become a powerful country. They just wanted to keep everything under control so they could develop under our work, under our resources. So any benefits, honestly, I don't know. I mean, today we are the only country in Latin America that speaks Portuguese. We are different, so maybe that's the point, and I love Portuguese. But that isn't fair, to say a benefit. What do you think, Monique? Is there anything you could say?
I totally agree with you. I know that was so hard for us and for the indigenous and for everyone. But I think that we are who we are today because the colonization. I'm not agree with this, okay? So, but I think if in Brazil we didn't have some kind of colonization, we weren't stay here like this today. I think it would be totally different, you know. I I don't know what could happen that time if Portugal did came here. I don't know. I have no idea. But let me see. Can you see any benefits? Oh, it's difficult. Think about this. I don't know. I agree that Portugal came here and bring some technology after, only because that was important to stay here to have this country that time and and to show to another countries that Brazil was from Portugal. And I think the independence was only because that didn't have another way. So that was necessary that time. So okay, we are independent now, but that costs so much for us.
Yeah, I think I agree with you as well. And I want to ask you the third question, Monique. Have you ever found yourself questioning the influence of Portugal over our culture? How so? Have you ever thought about, oh, this is from Portugal? Or,
No, only only the language, because we are totally different in Portugal. I I can see something equal. I can see we are totally different. Like the way we talk, the folklore, the food. I like the some foods from Portugal, but it's like isn't like the principal food that the main food that we have in Brazil. We have it's more strong like African foods or something like this, but foods from Portugal, I don't think so. I I think we are totally different. I can see something equal.
yeah, I do believe there's something that I don't know that we do, but I don't know. I can't see it. I can't think about, oh, this is because of them, because I know nothing, almost nothing about Portugal, and I'm not interested in knowing. I know this is not great to have mm, this mindset, maybe, but I mean, why? Is it going to change my life? I don't know. I
Uh,
am a internationalist, so I shouldn't be saying it. But I'm sorry, guys, it's Portugal and little
even
letters.
I'm sorry, even the language is nowadays is totally different. The accent or the way they write the words. We have some agreement about this, but it's still different.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Marcio? Have you ever found yourself thinking about the influence of Portugal here?
So about this question, I agree with Monique. Only the language, the influence the Portugal here, because after the Portugal arrived here, the Italian, Hollandeses, uh, Germany, and another people. I Japanese. I think it's more common the community the São Paulo community, the Japanese. In São Paulo, I believe is a community holandeses. Paraná have community holandês and the not. E diz different people arrive here in Brazil e the mix, the culture, the influence here e create our identify. Here in Brazil is more common the regional culture. São Paulo, Paraná, Rio Grande do Sul, Mato Grosso, Nordeste, it's a different states, different culture. But the influence about the Portugal, only the language.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. So let's keep going. Monique, can you read question number 4? please. This is
Okay.
a speech from a person that was
Okay. I
there.
was thinking about
Yeah.
it was strange for me. I had already completed my master's degree at Fundação Getúlio Vargas, and I consider myself to be an extremely professionally prepared person. I mentioned it to a professor that I would like to apply for a teaching position at the university. She laughed at me and said, "Of course not. A Brazilian coming here to teach? Why do you think some Portuguese people might view Brazilians as less qualified or capable? I think they think they are better than the horse's shit." I think they think they are the best, that they have the best universities or qualification or jobs. It's not like this. We are so rich here in Brazil. We have so many great universities and organizations, companies. I don't agree. I don't agree.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Matthew?
About this question, I think when the Brazilian uh, start living in another country, it's common. The people there think the the Brazilian citizen is there for work, waiters, I forgot, pedreiro, faxineiro, and another profession not is necessary a lot of study and thing. When the Brazilian citizen have a high graduation, a good CV, is suffer the judge about your qua- qualified. I think it is common in the West, in the Portugal, in the another country. Here in Brazil, I remember in the last time about the doctors start living here in another country is necessary doing a new test for start to work here. And another profession, waiters, the faxineiro, pedreiro, and another thing, not is necessary only start to work. When the high position suffer the judge in another country.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And I mean, I think they don't believe we could be in positions of power in the country because a teacher is a person that shows knowledge. A teacher is a person that shares things that make people learn from themselves, and they wouldn't trust us to pass this knowledge. They wouldn't trust us to do great things, and even things that you don't use your physical capabilities, like Marcia said, the house workers, the waitress, and all of those professions that people usually don't put too much value. Um, and when they see a Brazilian or another immigrant in this position, they could see it like a threat. They could see it like a insult, because if we are moving to Portugal to have a better life, how could us even think about teaching them things? How could us be, in positions that they may be vulnerable and they may be, I don't know, listening to us, learning from us? Go ahead, Monique.
I have to say that in Brazil, sometimes this kind of things happens. So I saw a lot of positions for working in different companies, that the people was only people that has studied in ESPM, FGV, and something like this. And I saw people that was working on at Rio Grande do Sul or another cities like this, and suffer racism, xenophobia, because they are from Northeast. So sometimes I pass something here in São Paulo, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I'm really sorry for you, Monique. And that happens with us. I mean, in our own country. So why wouldn't it happen in another country, an European country? I think it's common, but it shouldn't be common. It shouldn't be normalized. But it's sad, you know. Let's uh, do something to them. Oh, this is question number 5. Do you carry with you some resentment of Portuguese people? Is it
You have.
fair? I mean, with me talking about me, I do have because of history, but at the same time, I wouldn't be a racist to Portugal people, to Portuguese people. I wouldn't treat them different. I mean, if they say something stupid, yes, maybe, but I wouldn't do it just because they're from there. I don't blame them to be the one who have power or who had in the past, because nowadays I mean, they do have power, but it's not that much. It's not that thing. They don't control the international system. Um, but I do have some resentment of like, I don't want to go to Portugal, but if I could live in there, if I could have a job opportunity, I would go. I mean, I don't lie, but I don't want to. If you say to me, Victor, you can go to, I don't know, Spain, Italy, or Portugal. First, Spain, second, Italy, and third, Portugal. If you ask me why, I mean, I speak Spanish, uh, of course, and Italian, I can learn it, or maybe I can speak English, I don't know. And Portugal, I don't want to change my Portuguese, and I mean, I don't want to go there. That's just my answer. Do you have some resentment, Marcio?
Not, I don't have resentment about the Portuguese people, because I think not is a chose start the discovery here in Brazil, happening the surprise for the the Portuguese citizen Portuguese arrived here, start our country about it. Now, uh, this moment, I think the Brazilian construction, your culture, your people is a strong people here. Is necessary continuous, uh, learn a lot, study more, when have a opportunity, uh, vote, chose the better our politician for improve our country. This start in the politician about the improving our country, about the economy, the culture. There are other things. It is necessary the people choose more. I don't have resentment.
Yeah. Congratulations, Marcio. You are a great person. You have a beautiful heart. What about you, Monique?
I don't carry also any resentment about this. But I was like you, Victor. I never wanted to travel to Portugal or go somewhere there. But I never have been there. But some people that I know traveled to there and said, "Oh, it's so beautiful. It's amazing. You have to go there." And I want to I start to have some, how can I say, I start to think about. travel to Portugal. It's not my favorite place or the place that I want to go first or something like this, but it's a place that it's okay for me go nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I don't blame you guys. But I mean, I've never searched something about Portugal. So I know nothing about them. I don't know who they are. So yeah, let's go to question number six. In what ways do you think Brazilian culture has influenced Portuguese society? This is a really great question because I mean, in the past, I read some news and they were saying like a lot of novels that we do in here, um, they buy it to show, and we do have global in there as well, and we have a lot of novels that it's really famous in there. Even the music, the rhythms, like sertanejo and also funk. Funk is very popular. I was just Oh, because there was a year in which I think Kevinho and Anita was the most reproduced artist in the country, in the entire country. So can you imagine two Brazilians that sings a rhythm that we don't put value in here, which is funk? I mean, they are the most people, I mean, they are I think people like them, we could say. And we couldn't say only Brazilians listen to the songs because it was in Spotify, I guess. And it's not just for Brazilians, it's for everyone. And Portuguese people use it more than Brazilians because they are in a great number of people. And we do have music influences in there. And yeah, I think it can change the way they see us. It can change what they like. Because I don't listen to Portuguese music and I don't remember hearing anything saying that likes a Portuguese artist. And I don't know any Portuguese artist. I don't know. But they surely know us. Because in great festivals as well, they call people like Ivete Sangalo, Anitta, Luísa Sonza, Marina, Senna. They call people from here, they call the sertanejo artist as well for big festivals in there, like Rock in Rio. And I mean, we don't call them, they don't come in here to sing for us. And I mean, yeah, that's it. Marcio, do you have an example of how we influence them?
About the examples along the time, I think is the most examples about the uh, soccer play. A lot of soccer play here in Brazil, famous uh, to have opportunity to play in the Portugal teams and the Portuguese citizen like the Brazilian team in the Cup of the World. Another a big influence about the Ayrton Senna in the past is famous pilot F1. You said about the soap opera, the music. I think it's common. Portugal, Angola, Trinidad e Tobago, another countries speak Portuguese, consume the material here in Brazil. Here in Brazil, the famous in the past, I forgot the name, the singer, Portuguese singer. I forgot the name. One famous cantava Vira-Vira. I forgot the name. I remember only the singer famous. But in Portugal, Angola, and the another país, I think a lot of singer, Brazilian singer, if famous, if famous there. This is a contribution the Brazilian for another culture.
Yeah. Thank you for your answer, Marcio. Now, you, Monique, you are a journalist, you are copywriting, you are a communication person. Do you know something, a fun fact?
only one. But Márcio, I know the person that were you were talking about, the singer from Portugal. I don't remember the name, but I know who you were talking about. So I think, if I am not wrong, that in Portugal the teenagers consume a lot of channels on YouTube, from channels from Brazil on YouTube. So I read sometime that the teenagers there started to speak Brazilian Portuguese, and the people there didn't like this because they started to use the slangs from Brazil or something like this. For me, is the best scenario. But I think we have so many singers that it's famous there. They are so famous there, like in funk, pop, maybe rock, but I think we have a lot of influence there.
Yeah, we do the language. Let's change Portuguese. Let's do the reverse colonization. We're gonna make them pay for what they did to us. I'm just
You
kidding,
are like, I want revenge.
Yeah. But that feeling isn't great because they're not the same in the past. It's not the same person that did it, so I can't blame them. I can't. Let's go to question number 7. For Brazilian immigrants, is it possible to fully integrate into Portuguese society while maintaining a strong Brazilian identity? Do you believe that cultural assimilation is necessary for Brazilians to be accepted in Portugal? And here, guys, cultural assimilation, it's like you start to do things that they do, you start to go to place that they go and to listen to what they listen to and to consume the things that they like and to, you know, it's not about just changing your identity and who you are, say, oh, no, I'm not Brazilian anymore, but it's like start to talk like them, start to, I don't know, live the way that they live. Do you think is it necessary? Is it possible? And related to the other question as well, is it possible for you guys to go there and keep being the way that you are, doing the things that you do, or maybe that would change? You guys would feel better changing in order to don't cause any trouble, don't cause any, I mean, any bad situation like, oh, I prefer to do it because in my country we do it like this. Would you guys have this behavior, or would you guys go there and say, oh, it's okay, I'm gonna change because in here they do things differently and I'm going to do it because I want to integrate, I want to behave like them. Starting by you, Matthew, what would you
Y-
do?
Yeah, I think it's more hard the first year when you arrive there, start work, uh, make new friends. I think the first year is more hard. After the time, you is more integrated. A lot of people demand marriage with the woman, Portugal, and the woman, but the Brazilian woman arrived there married the citizen in Portugal. I think when the first year is more hard, after during a long time you is integrated because work, make friends, study, visit the church, and another thing, one normal life in another country. But the first year, I think it is more hard adaptation. Adapt.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. Oh, in fact, I had a neighbor in my city, my small town, Little Riachinho, and I just remember he went for Portugal And I was happy for him because he was so smart and so great working, and there they would valorate them more. And I was happy. So I don't hate them, you know. Monique, share with us your thoughts.
I think you can, yeah, we can keep our behavior or our culture there, but it's necessary to change some things because you have some different rules to follow. For example, I don't know there, but for example, in Canada, you it's impossible cross the street in the wrong place. It's possible, but the people didn't do this. They don't do this. So I think maybe in Portugal there are so many things that are different, and you have to follow. For I started to remember when I arrived here in São Paulo. I think I have a strong culture, behavior like the behavior that I had in Sergipe, in Aracaju. I'm almost the same, but I had to change some things to adapt here in São Paulo. And I think, for example, here I walk faster in the street because people are always like this. Oh my God, I'm always running. So when I find someone that are walking slowly at my front, I start to think, oh my God, I want to pass. So I think maybe in Portugal there are so many things that are different, and we have to adapt.
That's right. Yeah, makes sense. So now we are going to answer question number 10. It's a big one, and I didn't do it for you guys to
Esto.
leave me without saying it. Marcio, can you read it?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
in the book.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm really sorry.
Why?
Let
Okay.
let me read. In a survey, more than 90% of Portuguese people said they had heard or frequently listening to Brazilian singers. 61.8% of Portuguese residents said they had attended shows or festivals featuring celebrities such as Anitta and Luan Santana, with 15.4% of them also saying they had been to more than one show hosted by Brazilians. 16.6% of respondents said they had learned new slangs and colloquial expression thanks to different musical composition, while 5.2% associated the greatest discoveries with the pronunciation of certain words. For others, in turn, music consumption was what made it possible to increase the vocabulary on specific topics. 40%, not to mention the exploration of different accents and the religionism. 34.88% learning wolf of a Portuguese lesson. Right, if they rate us so much, why do they consume our art? Is a long question.
Yeah, but the final is just the question. If they are racist with us, if they had this xenophobia over who we are, why do they consume our art if they hate us so much?
Yeah, I think consume our Brazilian art because the Brazilian art is a good art. A lot of singers. Roberto Carlos, the most famous, Gilberto Gil, Caetano Veloso, and the others famous a long time. Now the new generation, Anitta, Luan Santana, and the others. Different genres, the music genres, a lot of people different genres music. Another point, positive point, our television. The Globo is a big company. The Portuguese big company about the Angola, Portugal, Trinidad and Tobago, and the another countries speak Portuguese. E not forgot about the soccer, because the Brazilian team is the famous team in the world, the famous player, the new generation, Neymar, Vinícius Júnior now, and another. Brazil is a strong a country about the diversity, the the soap opera, the music, play soccer, and the another thing. Is a good for another countries consume our art, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, I think just like you, Marcia, because it's good, and that's the answer. It's good and they can understand it, even though it's Brazilian Portuguese. So they like it because it's good and it's better. No, I'm just kidding. Monique, go ahead.
I think we are the best. No, it's okay. It's because we have so many people living there. Maybe they are um, they are influencing people there. We are the football players also from Brazil that are very famous and play in Europe. And I think we are strong in a cultural way. So it's like in the beginning, USA was so strong here, like in the musics or movies. But nowadays we have strong, smart people producing series, movies, music, and so different kinds of culture or products. And I think we are expand to for different countries.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. And we do great things as well. And that's totally, I mean, everyone can see it. And guys, we have to end the conversation, but hopefully next week I'm going to see you here again. It's a personal topic next week. I don't know if you guys like to talk about it, but please just come. It will be a great conversation. There's a video. There is good things to share. And I hope to see you here again. And thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Monique, for coming today. It was a great conversation. Thank you for not judging me, my opinion, my things, and for understanding it. I do have a strong opinion about it, but it's not that I am a bad person. It's just because I have studied so much, international relations in the past and the history, that I feel something. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys again, and have a great night and a great weekend as well. Bye
Thank
Thank
bye.
you,
you. Bye
Vic.
bye.
Oh, that was a great conversation. Thank you for
Thank
your
you. Bye
thoughts.
bye.